hope you're all well. You know what it's time for. Correct! Story time! I hope you all enjoy my stories because I'll be coming back for more and more. Today's story is called Greta and the Giants, and this book is actually inspired by a girl called Greta Thunberg's Stand to Save the World. So we will begin the story. There was a girl who lived at the heart of a beautiful forest. Her name was Greta. That's a very nice name. One morning, things weren't quite as they should be. Greta stepped out into her garden, and there, huddled together in the shadows of the trees, were all the animals of the forest. A soft, silvery brown wolf stepped forward with his tail low to the ground. "Please help us," he whispered. "The forest is broken and we don't know where to go. The giants are ruining our home." That doesn't sound good, does it? The giants had always been there for as long as Greta could remember, but now they were huge, lumbering oafs. And they were always busy. They chopped down trees to build homes. Then they chopped down more trees to build bigger homes. The houses grew into towns and the towns grew into cities. They built factories and shops and cars and planes. They worked all day and all night until eventually there was hardly any forest left. But the greedy giants have forgotten how wonderful the forest was. They didn't see all the birds and bugs and butterflies and bears that trembled in the shadows. And no one told them to stop because everyone was scared of them. Everyone except Greta. "Will you help us?" asked the wolf. Greta looked around her. All the animals looked tired and sad. She had to help them. But how? Then Greta had an idea. You see there, she's sitting with some paper. The next morning, Greta went to the middle of the forest and waited for the giants to come. She stood alone, holding a big sign. The sign said, "Stop!" She waited and waited. On the first day, the giants didn't see her and lumbered on by. And on the second and third too. But on the fourth day, something strange happened. A little boy who had been watching Greta made the sign and came and sat down next to her. He didn't say much, but Greta knew he felt like she did. And look, the boy has the sign called "Listen." So more people and animals saw what they were doing and joined in too. Look at all these signs they say. Before long, a huge crowd filled the forest, stretching out to the city and the roads beyond. They stood together and waited. The crowd was so huge that the giants were stopped in their tracks. "Please stop!" Greta cried. "Your greedy behavior is spoiling our home. You've broken the trees and trampled the flowers, and now the bees and birds have flown away. These animals are homeless and our forest is dying." After Greta had spoken, everything was silent. But then everyone in the crowd began to shout, "The smoke from your fire is choking the air, and please stop cutting down the trees. You can help plant some new ones and build my home." take care of our forest and live together. Will you at least try? They all said. The giants shuffled and fidgeted and stomped their feet to the ground. They were embarrassed and a little bit sad. You see, the giants were so busy building, they didn't see what they were doing to the forest or the animals who lived there. The giants felt terrible. We're sorry, they said, and they promised to try harder. So from that day on, the greedy giants weren't so greedy. They slowed down and learned to sit quietly. They stopped working all the time and instead took up new hobbies. They stopped chopping down the trees and learned all about gardening and planting some new ones. They cooked, repaired, tidied and shared, and before long, the forest became more beautiful than they have ever imagined. Hope you enjoyed that story. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be here for more soon. Bye.